9 years ago, back in 2015, when I was 10, the first Inside Out movie came out. And I remember I saw it the day after it came out. And that movie changed my life. And it became one of my all-time favorite Pixar movies. And it was so damn good that I saw it a second time. And fast forwarding 9 years later, in 2024, Inside Out 2 came out. And now, it is time for me to do my review on it. Okay, Inside Out 2 focuses on... It takes place right after the first movie. Wiley is now a teenager and she goes into a new school to join this hockey program, and she meets this new girl. And then, once she's there, she starts to develop new emotions. Meaning anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and ennui, I think that's his name. The boredom emotion. So, these emotions make a new Wiley and change her personality. So, and they end up bottling up the 5 original emotions. So, that's basically what the plot is. Okay, so, I'm easily gonna say this. It is not as good as the first movie, I will admit. Looking back at the first movie, I still think it still holds up as a masterpiece in Pixar's library. But this sequel was still pretty damn close to being as good as the original. I freaking loved this movie. Just like the first movie, it proved that Pixar can still make masterpieces on the big screen. Their last 2 movies, Elemental and Lightyear, those kind of did not perform well at first. Well, Elemental kind of flopped at first, but Lightyear sadly flopped. And Pixar hasn't been on the best track record as of recently. Neither is Disney. So, yep. I mean, I know not many people like Turning Red, but that was a movie that I will always defend, even though it's definitely one of Pixar's most controversial movies. But back to Inside Out 2. Now, I will say that this is not the best sequel of Pixar. It's not as good as any of the Toy Story sequels. Yes, that includes the 4th movie. Even though a lot of people took issue with that movie. But I still defend that movie. But I think it's a bit better than Incredibles 2. And let's just talk about the actual movie. The way that they handle the anxiety taking over your mind is really smart. Like, people feel anxiety. all, like, it's not just teenagers. Everyone feels it. And, like, the plot in this movie, just like the first movie, is so damn smart. Like, I know a lot of people got emotional during this movie, but, like, I didn't full out cry, but I was pretty damn close. And I will admit, it's definitely not as emotional as the first movie, but it was still pretty damn emotional. And another thing you should know, that there's some bit of change in the cast. Like, we still got Amy Poehler playing Joy. Who played Joy in the first movie. She's back in this one. Phyllis Smith once again plays Sadness. But, however, like, Bill Hader is not playing Fear in this movie like he did in the first movie. Instead, they got Tony Hale, who also played Forky in Toy Story 4 in this movie. And also Disgust's voice actress changed too. Like, and there was a minor flaw I had with this. And I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. Like, the one thing that really threw me off guard is, how come Wiley has these new emotions while the adults don't have these emotions? Like, will that ever get explained? But just see the movie for yourself. Because I'm not going to spoil anything. All in all, guys, like I said earlier, not as good or emotional as the original movie. But it is still an amazing sequel. And although I had one minor flaw with this movie, this is not going to stop me from getting the rating that this movie truly deserves. And no, I'm not being biased. This is just my God-honest opinion. I really fucking loved this movie. I mean, I felt anxiety when I was walking into this movie. Like, I'm scared that this is gonna be another Pixar fail. Like, and in the end, my anxiety turned into joy once I walked out of this movie. Even towards the end, I whispered, I freaking loved this movie. And now that I've seen it, I think I want to go see it again. And, well, it probably makes sense because I did saw the first movie in theaters twice. Because I was so obsessed with this movie. But, however, I still have no faith in Moana 2 being any good. But I'm still willing to give that one a shot. And I still also have no faith for Elio being any good either. And again, I'm still willing to give that one a shot. But, however, it did change my expectations a little bit for Toy Story 5. Like, now, I'm anxious to see what they do for Toy Story 5. Even though in the very beginning I said I had absolutely no faith in that. But I wouldn't be surprised if it reaches my expectations. Alright, so anyway, that is it for this movie review. If you have not seen Inside Out 2, you will definitely have a good time. And just so you know, don't worry about what happens. I think for the most part, you will be satisfied. And wow, I can't believe how long I've been talking about this movie. I did not expect to love this movie this much. Okay, so that's it for this review, and I'll see you in the next video. We're out.